Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Jahcelyne, warmly Jahcelyne, and I am so happy that you are joining me today. Before we get started though, just some housekeeping. Please make sure to subscribe, comment, like. That helps me understand what's working, what's not, what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of. That helps tremendously. So definitely give this video a thumbs up. Comment, like, subscribe, all the things so I can know and I can keep giving you what you like. So friends, we are all very used to the end of the year recap. We see the reels, we see the photo dumps, we see the long threads and paragraphs of everyone's accomplishments that they are putting into pictures, videos, paragraph recaps for us to see and enjoy and relish in with them from the year that they had. And a lot of times these look like big accomplishments. These are major accomplishments. I just bought a house. I just bought a car. I just got married. I just had a baby. I just moved across the country. I just traveled to this country for vacation. I went to go see Beyonce. We saw a lot of that this year. I went to go see Taylor Swift. We saw a lot of that this year. There are a lot of things that we are seeing and enjoying and recapping with the people that we follow. However, a lot of times what we don't see are the challenges. We don't see the heartbreaks, the heartaches, the rejections, the bad days, the depression, the things that people are going through that are not going to make it to their highlight reel. It's not going to make it to their 2023 look at what this year has been for me. It's just simply not good for the brand. It's not good for the aesthetic. So just know that when you are looking at people's recaps, that there is so much more in those 365 days that they are not showing, that it is merely a highlight reel. I know this because I'm guilty of this. I partake in 2023 recaps, summer 2023 recaps, and I have done it pretty consistently year over year. 2023 was probably the one year that I'm probably not going to do a recap, only because my goals were more smaller. My goals, I can't fit into a reel, a 60-second reel. The things that happened to me were a little bit more personal. They were personal achievements. They were things that were maybe even a little private that I only wanted to share with my friends and my family. So I'm sure that you also have wins like that. You also have small wins that can't be put into a video, or maybe you were just presently in the moment and forgot to capture those things. That happens a lot too. So I just want to take some time to share with you and help you and remind you of all of the small wins that are actually huge, that are actually major, that are things to actually be proud of and think about as you are looking at everyone's 2023 highlight reels and their 2023 accomplishments, which are great. And I'm believing that, friend, you will have a year like that looks like all the pictures and all the videos and all of the things. But maybe 2023 wasn't that year. Maybe 2023 was really a seed planting year for you, where you won't see your harvest for a couple more years. Or maybe it was just a nose down year of, you know what, I had to say no to a lot of temporary satisfactions so that I can get a major win. Maybe 2025 is going to be that year for you. Maybe it'll be 2024. But I do want to look back at 2023 with you on some small wins that I thought about that you probably have experienced. So let me get my list. I have my little handy dandy notebook on my Dora Explorer-ish. No, that's not Dora Explorer. Is that Blue's Clues? Child, I don't know. Okay, so small wins, which are actually big wins that you probably can't quantify or that you can't put into a highlight reel but are just as important. Raising your credit score. Did you raise your credit score this year? If so, relish in that. Paying off a credit card or other debts. You're not gonna put that in a reel, are you? No, but it made a huge difference in your life and on your credit score. Speaking in public or leading a meeting, that is for some of us who are introverts or who are really afraid to speak or command a room. This was a big win, so definitely hold space for that. Learning a recipe you really enjoyed that you made frequently. Okay, so I am speaking from experience for that one. My girlfriend Sahara showed me and put me on to the salmon bowls where you do like the jasmine rice and the salmon bowls with like avocado, and I put kimchi on mine with like spicy mayo. Like, I survived off of the salmon bowls this year, and it is a part of like my staples. It's my go-to. So that was a huge win for me because I'm not like I'm not one of those women that's like in the kitchen like, this is my grandmama's recipe. Like, that's not me. So feeling like I had some domestic and did a lot for my confidence, and also sparked interest to learn more recipes. So that was a win for me. Finally finishing that book. Again, speaking from experience, I read so many books in 2023, and it wasn't like anything that I was capturing on social media. Like, it was genuinely for me. The first half of the year, I spent time in fiction books, but then on the second half of the year, I got back into a lot of self-help, and I enjoyed a lot of it. I think that throughout this year, I probably read maybe like 10 or 11 books, which I don't think I've read that many books ever in my life. So that was a huge win for me. And if you also read a lot of books this year, or even got through one or two, that's a win. So we're gonna pat ourselves because that is amazing. The other one is finding a church you love or moving to your own place. But the other thing that I want to say outside of just moving to your own place, also, which can be deemed sometimes as like icky, but I would say taking steps towards your goals by either moving back in with your parents or getting roommates. Only you really know the goals that you have for your life. And some of those goals could include buying a home and maybe needing to save and stack up in order to have a down payment for your home. Or maybe it's like, hey, I actually don't do well living alone. I think I need to get some roommates, and having that self-awareness of, I need people around me. So I think that both of those can be wins just as much as it is a win to live on your own. So I put that on there. And then breaking up and healing through heartbreak. So again, this is a personal experience for me. I went through a major breakup this year, and it happens. It's not easy. Healing is not linear. So if you also found yourself in that position where you were no longer with your partner, I would say I'm giving you the biggest hug ever, and also just with you in that, because it is not easy. So I put that on there. The other thing I have is getting a tattoo, adopting a pet, having that birthday celebration. I want to pause at the birthday celebration, because one thing all of us have in common is that we had a birthday this year. And I don't know what your birthday brings up for you, but I know for me, it was really difficult celebrating my birthday this year for some reason. I do know the reason, but I learned that I'm not alone in that actually when I was talking to a couple of my girlfriends about just the weirdness around celebrating my birthday, they were like, I feel that same way too. And I don't know if it's an issue of being a center of attention, if it's an issue of something a little bit deeper for you, but if you let people celebrate you and like stood in that and didn't hide and didn't go celebrate by yourself, that I just want to let you know that's a very big deal, and you should be proud of yourself. The other thing I put on here is getting out of depression. That goes without saying. That's kind of hand in hand with going to therapy. Both are major accomplishments. So please don't take that lightly. And obviously you can't put that into a social media reel. I'm sure you could creatively. Somebody somewhere has found a way to do it, but some of these things are a little bit more personal. So I just want to let you know that I am proud of you for seeking therapy and coming out of depression, because making a new friend, finding a mentor, becoming a mentor, allowing space for your mental health to improve by getting on medication. We don't have to go too far into that, but I do know that there are people that struggle with making that decision. And once that decision has been made, I know it can positively impact your life. So if you are one of those people, definitely give yourself a big old hug, because you did something for yourself that is major and is a very personal decision. So I put that on there. Finally, trying out that restaurant you love so much. I am so guilty of this. So many great restaurants that I tried in 2023, and they are now my staples. And I go back and I go back and I go back and I go back, because I am a Scorpio and I have a tendency to be obsessive. So I go back and I go back and I go back and I go back. So if you are anything like me, we are so thankful for those restaurants that are our comfort places, that are like, I've really got a taste for, and I'm gonna go get it. So I love that. And the other thing is discovering a new hobby. I have mentioned in quite a few videos that I took improv this year. I took creative writing classes this year. I took up tennis. I learned how to do new things, and it was a lot of fun for me, and I'm so glad that I did that and will continue to do that. And I encourage you to also do the same, because we gotta let our inner child play more and more. And I think life is already hard, life is already challenging, so let in more of that. So that is the list that I put together of things that are small wins, but are actually major. They are major. And if you have done any of these things, you know how major they really are. So I just wanted to come on here and give you all just a little bit of encouragement and a little bit of reframing of your perspective, that you also conquered and overcame a lot and accomplished a lot. And maybe your 2023 can't be put into a reel or a photo dump, but it is still worth being acknowledged and celebrated. So I hope that you keep that perspective and that you know that. And cheers to 2024. More videos coming weekly. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.